where the coffee is strong, but the Word of God makes us stronger. Uh, Dr. Strong had to be out today. He has stuff to do while he's home, and so he asked us to take over today and yesterday, and so of course we're happy to do so because we want to share the word we have with you. So, yeah, I think we're ready to get into it, aren't we? So, I'd like to talk about the topic about today, which is obedience, and the importance of it. Why is obedience so important in our relationships? See, obedience is key in our relationships with God. In our relationship with God, it is important that we obey what God says. And you can look at this in some worldly relationships as well. When you look at whether it's a mentor-mentee relationship, whether you're listening to your pastor, whether you're listening to your boss, you have to follow in obedience in order to receive what you want from the relationship. And so, and if we want the promises, not only from God, but the promises from your teacher, the pastor, they give you promises that you will receive when you obey. God is our Father and we are his children, so we need to listen to him just as you would your parents. He is our spiritual father, just as we've listened and obeyed our natural parents. We need to obey our spiritual father. And when you listened to your parents as a kid, you often received, affirmation. Whether it was thank you for listening, or you just didn't get disciplined. There's different ways that could have played out. But when you go into it and you obey, good things happen. When you obey what God tells you, if he tells you to go somewhere, he'll bless you. And if you do it, if he tells you to stay where you are, be right here, and learn where you are, then you stay, then you reap the rewards for being there. And when discipline does come because you didn't obey, you often deserve it because you disobeyed what he said. And sometimes it isn't even discipline that gets you. It's the consequences of your actions that gets you. You see, when you don't obey, that leads to something like when God tells you to stay where you are, okay? Right now, you don't need to move anywhere. Stay where you are. Don't quit your job. Don't do it just yet. I have something working up right now. I'm fixing something for you. But you decide to quit right away. The job that God was building for you and was making area for you, now you're out of a job until he does that. So you may get in a worse position than you were. And if God told you to stay at a church, or if God told you to leave a church and move on, go to this place would be better suited for you, but you stay, and then you get hurt by the people even more. See, there's different times when God says you need to stay and when you need to move. And when he tells you, you need to obey. You see, blessings will come upon you when you obey. You see, God wants to bless you. You see, he talks about it in here in Deuteronomy 28, we're going to read verses 1 through 7. It says this: if you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all of his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the other nations in the earth. See, when we obey, when you fully obey the Lord and carefully follow his commands, I will set you high above the other nations. See, he won't just keep us where we are and bless us there. He will raise us to a new level, to a new, as Dr. Strong says, another dimension. When he moves us there, we then get blessings. Let's continue in verse 2. All these blessings will come to you and accompany you if you obey the Lord. Okay, let's look at the first. Let's look here. Let's look at these blessings that he says that he's already promised if we obey him. He said, you will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed, and the crops of your land, and the young of your livestock, the calves of your herds, and the lambs of your flocks. Your basket and your kneading trough will be blessed. You will be blessed when you come in, and blessed when you go out. The Lord will grant you this, and the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you in one direction, but flee in seven. When we obey what God has to say, when we obey what he tells us to do, we then get these blessings. What are the blessings? The first one is he will bless you wherever you go. Wherever you go, whether you're in the city, whether you're in the country, whether you're in church, whether you're at your job, whether you're at home, it doesn't matter where you're at. He will bless you if you obey. He doesn't, he doesn't worry. God never worries about whether he's able to bless you, because he already knows that he can. He already is willing to bless you. He's already willing to be a part of your life and give you everything that he possibly can. You see, he already gave you your son. His son. Sorry, he already gave you his son. And he wants you to take a part of that and obey his word and obey his commands that he tells you. And when you do, he'll bless you everywhere you go. The second one he talked about here was blessed in your crops, your livestock, and your womb. You know what that means? It means that he will bless your seed. He will bless your seed. Any seed that is a part of your life, he will bless. Whether it's in the womb, whether it is your children, whether it is your seed that you sow in the ground, whether it's financial, whether it's just being nice to someone, smiling at someone, the seed you plant will be blessed and grow and will go tenfold, hundredfold, because he wants to bless you. Every seed you plant in obedience will be blessed. Again, everything, we say this all the time, everything you do is a seed. From the moment you take your first breath in the morning and wake up till you go and lay your head down and go to sleep, you are constantly putting out seeds. Always, all the time. So we need to be in obedience so those seeds that we plant will be blessed. When you go and help someone, whether you go to someone's house and they're saying, hey, can you come help us pack up? Could you come help us move our stuff into the moving van? Could you come help unpack the moving van in our new house? See, that's a seed right there. You know, when you get up and you read the Bible first thing in the morning, that's a seed. When you get up and you pray in the morning, that's a seed. When you pray before you go to bed, that's a seed. You see, everything you do is a seed, and God can bless you from that seed. The third thing he wants to bless you with is your basket and your kneading trough, which is your job. He wants to bless you in your job. You know, he will bless you when you're working. He will bless you in all the things that you own. All of the stuff that are in your basket, he will bless. Everything that comes in, he will bless. Because you're in line in obedience with him. Everything that you either work for, everything, you know, whether it's your income coming in, whether it's, you know, your inheritance, whether it's anything that's coming into your house, into your home, he will bless it. The blessings of the Lord, when we're in obedience, are so abundant. The fourth thing that you will get blessed by when you are in obedience is he will curse your enemies. You know, they will fall before you. You know, God will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated right before you. You know, not only will they come at you in one direction, but they will flee in seven. See, they may come at you right in your face. They may be marching right there, but they will flee in every direction possible when they see the Lord's blessing upon you. When they realize that they are blessed and I cannot touch them. See, your enemies will never prosper when you're in obedience. Your enemies will never prosper when you are in obedience. They will be defeated. No enemy, whether it's sickness, whether it's poverty, whether it's anything, disease, anything that you want and anything that you can think, when it comes against you, when people come against you, you know, you are blessed when you're in obedience. So if you're in obedience, those enemies will fall. There's no need to be worried anymore because God will help you. God will help you defeat the enemy that is coming at you. See, there's a problem when kids don't obey. You see, there's another side of the story here. There's obedience and there's disobedience. And I've been encouraging you this whole time to get in obedience. See, when you get in disobedience, there's another chapter for that. There's another section of that explaining what happens when you get in disobedience, which I'll read it to you here. We're going to be in chapter 28 of Deuteronomy still, verses 15 through 19, and then verse 25. It says this, however, if you do not obey the Lord your God and do not carefully follow all of his commands and his decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. You will be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Your basket and your kneading trough will be cursed. The fruit of your womb will be cursed, and the crops of your land, and the calves of your herd, and the lambs of your flocks. You will be cursed when you come in, and you will be cursed when you go out. And then verse 25, it says this, the Lord will cause you to be defeated by your enemies. You will come at them from one direction, and you will flee in 7. And you will become a thing of horror to all of the kingdoms of the earth. See, there's another side of obedience. When you get in disobedience, not only, see, when you're in obedience, you get blessed in all these areas. Every area of your life is blessed. But when you fall away and you disobey, he'll take everything that he said that he'd bless you with, and it will no longer bless you, but it will curse you. So in order to be blessed, we must follow his word. We must follow and obey what it says in his word. We need to get back into the word. But not only do we need to read it, but we need to live it. See, in Psalms 19:10, it says this, with my whole heart I seek you. Let men not, let the men not wander from your commandments. Lord, let us not fall away from your commandments that you've told us that we need to do. The commandments, to love him. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength, and with all of your soul. We've been told to love our neighbor, the 2 great commissions. We need to love. We need to obey these commissions that we've been given. Love your neighbor as yourself, and love the Lord your God with all your mind, heart, body, and soul. Give everything that you can to God. Be a part of him. The Bible helps us realize what sins we need to stay away from. How we can stay whole, how we can stay full. So I just want to encourage you, stay in obedience. Because if you do, every topic of your life will be blessed. Every aspect of your life will be blessed. You will never not be blessed. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We just want you to know that we love and we cherish our time with you guys. We love preaching the word all the time as much as we can to you. So we just want you guys to know that we're so thankful for you. If you guys want to give today and be a part of the Strong family, there's 4 simple ways you can do that. If you're on Facebook or Twitter, you can always #donate. You do that, we'll shoot you a link. Go there after the stream and fill it out. Second way is you can text STRONG to 888-364-4483. If you don't want to do those, you can always go to our newer version of doing things, which is Venmo and Cash App. You do that at SSM Strong. SSM Strong. You do that on Cash App or Venmo. If you don't want to do any of those other ways, we always have our website at standingstrongministries.org. And if you want to give there, that's fine too. But remember, stay in obedience and you will be blessed in every aspect of your life. And God has your miracles on his mind. And the thing we say every day, remember, something good is going to happen to you today. We will see you tomorrow at 11:30.